hip hop and R&B every Monday through Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. My name is Lord Saint. This your host. Seven Records says it's one word off. First of all, it's one letter off. But I agree with Key, yo. So many niggas with letters as rappers in their name. Plus, I just don't be keeping up with all the new rappers. That PND Rock could be a new rapper. You feel what I'm saying? And you spelled it with 2 C's. That's, you know what I'm saying, cripping real hard in the chat, cripping extra hard in the chat for no reason. So I get the confusion, but I was following you. I was following you the whole time. You feel what I'm saying? Thank y'all for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. I'm gonna play. Actually, let's just get to the Ray J thing because it's not like major news. It's just like regular news. But we have been covering this from the beginning, right? We have been covering. He said, "You don't have a blues clue. You don't have a blues clue in hell." We have been covering this from the beginning. Marco AM, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Ray J has been in a feud with P. Diddy's sons. And I'm not saying that this has anything to do with P. Diddy's sons. I'm just giving you the background on what we've been talking about. So on this channel, we've been discussing Ray J and his feud with P. Diddy's sons because Ray J was acting a fool on his news show that he has. He has a news broadcasting show where apparently all he talks about is this Diddy case, and he says things like this.
Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain.
And Diddy's sons don't like that. I mean, how would you feel if somebody said that your father was taking asses in ways that nobody can explain? And his new thing now is saying that asses are being manipulated. He said asses are being manipulated. I hate that I laugh at this, but he's so unserious that I find it really funny. And I need to laugh these days. But he says asses are being manipulated, and he now his thing is saying that he he can't even go to church because when the pastor says turn around and hug somebody and he gets butt to butt with somebody, it makes him think about baby oil, so he can't even go to church no more without thinking about baby oil. He's a fool, right? He's a very unserious fool. And so I get why Ray J's I get why Diddy's sons are upset with him, even though they should be upset at Pops, not Ray J. But I digress. So they got into, according to Ray J, this is not according to me, they got into 3 different confrontations at 3 during 3 different times, right? Like they got into 3 different confrontations and then escalated each time. And on the 3rd confrontation, Ray J said, you know what? This has happened too many times. So he turned up. He got in their face. He turned up. He wasn't having it, right? And so they was almost about to come to blows. But Chris Brown dun, 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 hops out of nowhere, and Chris Brown saves the day. You feel what I'm saying? Because word on the street is that Ray J is tied in these streets. And if he gets swung on, or if he swings on somebody, that could start a little something that can cause other people to get involved, and it can just become a snowball effect and get ugly out here in these streets. And Chris Brown is tied in these streets, as we all know. I guess, I don't know, does everybody know that? And so he prevented it from escalating. Apparently he prevented it, because then Ray J came back, I want to say yesterday or I think this was this morning. This happened today. He came back today and said this. And we're going to speculate after we watch this. Wow. Let's full screen it. Let's full screen it. One more time. One more time for the people in the back. Okay. So let's go into 100% speculation mode, right? Like we don't know anything, we don't know the facts. 100% speculation, allegedly, right? So, um, he said verbatim, "Niggas just tried to shoot me. You want me to apologize? Oh, you guys couldn't hear? Damn." Okay, I'm gonna paraphrase for you. Not sure if it was Whack 100 or who, but they said Chris has ties but never actually affiliated, and they can't hear. Ray J looks like Martin Luther Jr. Stupid. Okay, so if you couldn't hear, it said that makes me so mad, man. I don't know why sometimes y'all can hear and sometimes you can't hear. But he said niggas just tried to shoot me. You want me to apologize? Fuck apologizing. Now let's go into speculation mode. What would he have to apologize for, right? Like the only thing that I can think about, the only thing I can think of that he would need to apologize for is
asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain.
And you know, asses are being manipulated and all that. And he keeps doubling down on it, right? Like he just had an interview with Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj was trying to conduct a serious interview. If it seemed like from my perspective, she was trying to conduct a serious interview, and he was again talking about like, I can't even go to church because I'm scared of being butt to butt because it just makes me think of baby oil, and I don't even know what to do. Like just random things that don't correlate with each other. He was just playing. He was definitely playing in Nicki's face, and she wasn't having it. And so he keeps doubling down on this narrative that
asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain.
So that to me is the only thing that makes sense that he needs to quote unquote apologize for. So then we find out that according to him, he got shot at, right? And he comes to the internet and the first thing he says is, "You want me to apologize? Fuck that." Who else could this be about, right? Key says they need to accept the fact that their dad got exposed. They probably knew the whole time and just was upset he finally got caught publicly. And I mean, so that's where we get into, you know, the connecting the dots investigative mode, right? Because if you look at Diddy's case, if you've been paying attention at all, there are tons of accusations of attempted murder. Like Diddy's been accused of hanging Wale off the balcony by his SB dunks. You feel what I'm saying? He's been accused of almost blowing up Diddy's car. Kid Cudi's car allegedly. One of the Combs sons, I don't know which one. I want to say the one that looks like him. Is that King Combs? I think. And I don't know which one it was, but one of the sons has been accused of SA on a yacht by one of the yacht employees. Just violence and SA and sexual aggression is all is all throughout this case. And so now when you get to his sons and you hear that, you know, Ray J, if they've grown up and seeing this behavior, it wouldn't be too far of a stretch, in my opinion, for them to mimic behavior that they've grown up seeing. Now, I'm not saying they did that. I'm not saying they have anything to do with it. This is all speculative. But Seven Records says Justin, the one that don't look like him. So that's the one that got accused of the SA on the yacht, is what you're saying. And either way, like it's ridiculous that they're being accused of these things. I'm not saying it's not possible that they didn't do them. I'm just saying, like, there's so many charges that it's kind of one of those where there's smoke, there's fire things, in my opinion. Like, there's just too many people coming out the woodworks. That even if you cut the cases in half, it's still an absurd number of people coming out of the woodworks. So just for that fact alone, I'm the type of person, you know, obviously I'm projecting what I think I would do on that situation, but in my mind, it makes sense to fall back. Like, who cares what Ray J is saying? Now is not the time to like have a dick measuring contest and trying to fight the nigga everywhere you go and everywhere you see him to vindicate your pops. You feel what I'm saying? Like, now is just not the time for that. Excuse me, but if you're also taking it to the next level of like this kind of violence, crazy. Crazy. I don't even understand it. Seven Records says, can we talk about Ruby Rose's IG story? What's on Ruby Rose's IG story? And Rosalind Montgomery, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. I'm gonna play a song and then I guess I don't give a fuck. I told y'all I was very unprepared. Very unprepared today. So we'll do the fucking Ruby Rose story. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to find the song I want to play. Here we go. All right, this is Uno, Mike Valley,